Results couldn't have gone much better for Liverpool at the start of the season, although there's some news coming out which may put fans in a little bit of dismay. Mo Salah reportedly out for up to a month with an ankle problem, a recurrence of the problem that he suffered at Leicester, Stevie. First of all, how big a blow?
In terms of goals, then it's a huge blow because the guy knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. You know, in terms of his actual form, as far as the other parts of the game are concerned, you know, his passing, his dribbling, you know, him holding the ball up, I don't think he's been at his best. So whoever comes in will probably do a better job of those things, but they won't be able to do a better job of putting the ball in the net the way he has.
Yeah, he got that problem in the home game against Leicester and then the recurrence against Manchester City. Over the course of the last couple of years, of course, you can see what he's meant to the team. 2 years ago, he was unstoppable. Last year, perhaps taking more of a backseat role or more of a complementary role to the whole team. How do you rate what he's been doing this year? You mentioned his general all-round play hasn't quite been at it.
No.
Do you have any kind of ideas as to why that might be?
It's kind of the way he plays the game. He plays the game at 100 miles an hour, and when you do that, then you run the risk of a bad touch or a miscontrol. So that's why, in my opinion, I think it's more obvious this year because he doesn't have as many goals. I mean, you're talking 2 years ago. That was way crazy. Last year, I think, is what this guy's all about. 22 goals, absolutely what you need at the top level and what you'd expect, and I expect that again. I would be happier if his all-round play was better, though, because it's very frustrating watching him and knowing the ability he has. I mean, at his best, running at defenders, absolute headache. At his best, running in behind. At his best, which he usually is when he gets one-on-one with the keeper, but sometimes he's so frustrating.
Yeah, the canny knack he has as well, the instinctive finish that we saw against Manchester City, sort of just typical of what he can do in front of goal when he's maybe not got too much time to think about things. Yeah. What do you think they might do to cater for his absence? I
would suspect, considering what Klopp has done previously, it would seem to be a straight Origi in and stick Mane out the other side. You know, you could maybe throw Lallana in there. I'm not a huge fan of Lallana. I don't think he brings enough to the table. You could put the Ox there, but I think if you put the Ox there, you're pushing him into a position where he failed at Arsenal. That was basically a right winger playing high up and going at people. Since he's gone to Liverpool, the Ox has been great for coming from the middle. So I'm not a huge fan of Origi either, but I think it'll be pretty straightforward for me with Klopp. It's Origi in and Mane over the other side.
They certainly seem to have enough in terms of cover, don't they? And they didn't struggle when Alisson was out at the start of the season. Adrian came in, although it wasn't planned, of course. It seemed like a seamless transition there. Losing Salah, not a huge blow, you would have thought, with the squad depth.
I wouldn't say it's a huge blow. I would say it's a blow. I've told you already that I'm not a huge fan of Origi, so for me there is a drop off. But fortunately, what Liverpool have around the rest of the team will make up for the loss of Salah because it has the ability and it has done previously.
OK, well, they've got games against Crystal Palace and Napoli in the Champions League. They've got the derby coming up at the start of December. We wait for the news to confirm exactly how much of it Salah will miss.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.